We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
Hello and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live. I'm Brett Chapin, and that's engineer and co-owner Van Eric.
Hello, 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 hello.
Thanks for joining us on La La Land. This is the only nationally broadcast show by Los Angeles artists about Los Angeles artists on episode 142.
Wow.
We had like an interpretive dance over here.
I know.
They
They didn't.
today.
You know, I put their mics up, but they was doing their thing, wasn't they?
Yeah, they were.
Oh, I'm great at lip syncing. See, if I could sing like Juliana, I would be singing the whole time. I would be singing this interview if I had her voice.
She sings and we
wouldn't?
think she's doing harmony.
Yes.
Well, we have with us today on episode 142 the lovely Juliana Hanson and the lovely Charlene Tilton.
Yeah. And can you get your
Thank
mic
you.
just a little bit closer? There you go. There you go.
And they're going to be talking with us about the Pasadena Playhouse's One Starry Night ALS benefit coming up on January 13th. We're really excited to talk to them about it. And before we get going with them, Engineer Van Eric, I should say that our amazing co-host Dorothy Dillingham Blue is on vacation today.
Right.
And so you are in the driver's seat.
I am in the passenger seat. I'm not driving. You're driving. I'm just shotgunning.
All right, passenger
This sounds
seat.
dangerous. I love it.
Yes. So, I love it when Brett allows me to participate with La La Land Talk because I had the honor of assisting him interviewing Spike Lee. So that was like, I know, that was like off my bucket list.
Oh yeah. I'll say.
That was a fun episode.
It was, man.
What did you learn? What did you learn surprising about Spike on that? I love him.
That he was humble,
Yeah.
and he showed a lot of humility that the media doesn't show that part of him. They showed a different side of him, and I guess that sells more information for those media people. But he seemed a lot of humbleism and showed some humility on the show.
Awesome.
You know, especially when he gave a lot of love to L.A., but I had to let him know, that I'm from Philadelphia. So he was like, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. That was
Yeah,
a fun interview. And congratulations to him for hitting his Kickstarter goal.
Exactly. And we had something to do with La La Land Talk and LA Talk Live helped him reach his goal.
Yeah, I'll take full credit for that.
There you go.
Just a little bit of credit.
Just a little.
Yeah. But we're really excited to talk to Juliana and Charlene. Before we get to them, though, we're going to talk real quick about the Theater Palisades.
Okay.
TheaterPalisades.com is opening Talking With coming up on January 10th. It's monologues by women. It's going to be a lot of fun. Opening night party on January 10th, and everybody should come check it out. You can find information about that at TheaterPalisades.com or on their Facebook at Theater Palisades or on Twitter at Theater Palisade without the S.
That's a lovely
Yes.
theater.
It is a lovely theater.
Yeah, it's a great theater. I love that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do great productions,
Yeah.
so I'm excited about this opening night. But let's talk about your opening night or your concert and your benefit concert coming up at the Pasadena Playhouse on January 13th.
That would be Miss Juliana. Go for it.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm trying my hand at producing and
Awesome.
starting with a big one. Pasadena Playhouse has graciously gotten behind our cause. We are doing a benefit called One Starry Night, which is to raise funds and also awareness for ALS, better known as Lou Gehrig's disease. And ALS, I mean, a lot of people, may have heard of it at some point in their lives, but have no idea what it really is. And it's a really, really devastating disease that they have no known cure for at this point in time. It's neurodegenerative, attacks the nerve cells and pathways in your brain, and unfortunately ends up kind of holding somebody diagnosed with it kind of prisoner in their own bodies. It's horrific. So we are doing this benefit to kind of find a way of giving back to so many families who have gone through this with loved ones.
And what do you think? It sounds like a great benefit. You're going to have a ton of stars there.
The benefit's going to be incredible. Yeah, very star-studded. Lots of TV celebrities and Broadway performers, and we've got world-renowned magicians. Jonathan Pendragon from the Magic Castle, who has performed for the Queen of England and all over the world in various forms. We've got comedians. We've got a circus act. It's going to be incredible. It's all modeled after the 1960s variety shows, kind of like Ed Sullivan.
Oh, very cool.
The glitz and the glamour that come with that era, and a whole gamut of entertainment.
Love it. What made you want to get involved with this particular event?
Well,
or produce this event?
Yeah, my co-producer Jonathan White came to me with the idea of putting on a show for a good cause. And when he suggested it, he had ALS on his heart. And as soon as he said it, it rang a bell with me, because I have a childhood friend named Michelle Lewis who lost her father a couple of years ago to the disease. And it was a pretty awful thing to have happen in her life, and she's so strong, and she has devoted herself to the cause now and to help other people and other families. I also have a friend who works with me down at Disney, whose mom is currently battling, another friend who works at Disney Fine Art, kind of heads up Disney Fine Art, who lost his aunt. It just sort of seemed like all these people around me had been touched in some way. And so it seemed like the perfect fit at the perfect time.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This we've actually had members of this show who've been personally affected with it, and it's tough disease. And I heard a couple of years back. I remember they were very, very close to finding a cure for Lou Gehrig's disease. There was something that was coming out, a new medication or something. But apparently, I guess it hasn't gone through yet.
Probably a false alarm of some kind, or hasn't yet been approved, because at this point, nothing is out there for patients to take advantage of.
Well, hopefully, events like this will help raise awareness and get us a little bit closer to a cure.
We certainly hope so, especially in the performance community. Performers get behind so many causes, but this is one that seems to have kind of fallen through the cracks. So we're happy that we can lend, some entertainment to a worthy cause.
I'm excited to go. I'm excited to check it out. Charlene, how are you involved with the benefit? Are you doing some singing? Are you?
Well,
and if so, I had no idea you were a
no, we
singer.
would like to raise money, so I will not sing. So, that's worth the price of admission right there, just to hear me not sing. Okay? Buy your tickets. You won't hear me sing, I promise.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm going to do anything that Miss Juliana asked me to do. If it's sweep the floor, pour the punch, introduce somebody, I am there for this wonderful, young, talented lady. I'm here to support her because I told her when she came to me and told me what she was thinking, I know firsthand how difficult and challenging and yet rewarding producing a benefit can be. I just produced one. I'm the president of Actors for Autism, and I just produced an event in October. And there's a lot of wonderful, worthwhile causes out there. And it's just difficult to bring people in and to participate, and
because it's like, how do you choose?
How do you choose and to sell tickets? And her and Jonathan, Juliana and Jonathan, have put together an amazing show of wonderful Broadway entertainers that I am personally so excited to see. And of course, the great genius Richard Sherman is going to be there, and I'm so excited about that. Of course, he will do anything that Juliana asks him to do because he is Juliana's biggest fan. Well, no, I think
Yes.
I am, but he's right there with me. And
It's a mutual
What-
admiration society.
What man wouldn't, though? Let's be honest.
absolutely, I know. Who wouldn't?
Turning
Anybody
the
would.
color of my dress. Thank you.
And so it is important to, as Juliana said, bring awareness to this. My daughter had a wonderful friend, Paul, who lost his father to Lou Gehrig's disease. This was years ago, but it was watching it firsthand, and the degeneration and the living with it for quite a while it's heartbreaking. And Juliana and Jonathan are have created a wonderful, fun, entertaining night to come and have fun, enjoy the best show at a wonderful venue, the Pasadena Playhouse. I love. I got to do Snow White there last year.
Oh,
and
I
loved
saw it.
Yeah, with Neil Patrick Harris.
That was
and I was
great.
the Wicked Queen, and Ariana Grande was Snow White, and it's my favorite venue in the city. I love that place, and this is quite a night. And how much are tickets, Juliana? There.
Tickets are so affordable. I mean, they range between $20 for balcony seats and, $150 for a premiere row that includes a meet and greet with the cast afterwards and a VIP reception and
you have a
champagne.
Ooh, and you have a silent auction.
We do have a silent auction happening before the show, and Bang the Gavel's going to be getting behind us for that. But we've gotten donations from Neil Patrick Harris and Jim Carrey, and we've got a lot of wonderful items for our auction. Some beautiful art. It's going to be really spectacular.
Run down the list, if you could, of the entertainers, if the ones that you can think of off the top of your head.
Yes, off the top of my
There's a
head. We've got Melora Hardin from The Office. I'm so excited to hear her sing because I know she did Fontaine at the Hollywood Bowl, which I was out of town for, so I can't wait to hear her. We have Oba Babatunda, who is like Sammy Davis Jr. reincarnated. He's an incredible performer. He can do anything, dance, sing. He may be doing Mr. Bojangles, which would be just so phenomenal. Terry White. We have... oh goodness, we have a guy who's starring in the new Jersey Boys film with Clint Eastwood, whose name is escaping me.
I love that you just brought on, and I'm going to get his name wrong because it's hard to pronounce,
Yeah.
Donovan Frankenreiter. Is that right? Donovan Frankenreiter.
This is probably a Jonathan thing to ask.
Okay.
I'm
He's
embarrassed to say we're heading up
It
different
was new. He
talent.
just tweeted it like 2 days ago. So maybe,
Terrific. Yeah. Well, Jonathan and I trust each other completely. So we're kind of, in tandem with Bruce, our director, Bruce Kimmel, we're kind of bringing in people, and I may have not been caught up on that yet.
That's okay.
But we're glad
heard
to
it
have
here
them. I'm
first.
thrilled I heard it at La La Land Talk Radio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real talented singer-songwriter. He's going to be joining you.
Terrific.
Richard Sherman
Richard
now is
Sherman
gonna be joining.
is, like Charlene said, he's a dear friend.
Bruce
is,
Valanche.
Bruce Valanche is
Right?
phenomenal. Bruce Valanche is currently starring at the Pasadena Playhouse in something else. And Bruce Valanche did Hairspray. He played Edna. And he and Barry Pearl, who I believe has also done the show,
Yes.
are going to be teaming
weeks
up
ago.
together and singing You're Timeless to Me, which is going to be a really fun number. We're going to
That's going to be
Fantastic.
amazing.
we're going to take a break in the music where they just can, go off and improv and joke around.
It's
and have a
worth
ball.
the price of admission just to
just
see that.
to see the two of
Absolutely.
them.
I mean, this
Awesome.
is seriously, it's a great show. Where can you find a show for these ticket prices? And then for the VIP, you get to meet and greet the celebrities, the stars, and mingle with them, and the silent auction. It's just going to be a phenomenal evening.
And what makes
It
it
is.
very unique is that it's not just patterned, Equity Fights AIDS does an annual beautiful, wonderful concert, and it features only Broadway performers. But this one is going to have such a cool, unique spin because of the variety theme. We're going to have people doing silks and a contortionist and dueling violin players and a magician who makes animals disappear. And it's going to be quite spectacular because of its unique nature, I think. There's nothing like it that's happened anytime recently in the LA area. So.
I'm actually quite surprised you did not ask me to do my Polynesian dancing with the poi balls.
Why, Charlene, I didn't know you could do Polynesian
I
dancing.
am full of many hidden talents,
Don't
Julia.
reveal too much, or you're going to be doing that. She will not be sweeping floors, by the way.
I'm happy.
Charlene will have a much more glamorous, prominent position in the evening.
Yes, I actually can. I can do the poi balls, and the only reason I can do that is because when I was in junior high school at LeConte Junior High here in Los Angeles, I was as athletic as this tabletop. I can't do anything. So the only thing I could do, they did offer, instead of basketball, running, anything else, I could do Polynesian dancing. And I said, I'll take that. So I
Sure.
did, and I learned how to Polynesian dance. So where they
Yeah.
twirl the balls, and I can do. Believe it or not, I can still do it.
I feel like we're
Can
going to
you-
host a second benefit just
I
for
know.
this.
Yes.
Can you give us a preview?
I don't have toy balls.
Oh, you don't have the
I don't have
okay.
them with me.
All right.
we'd brought
Next time
some.
you come back, we would love a preview of the Polynesian dancing.
Okay, there you go. If
That's
you're wearing a pair of long
amazing.
socks, I
Or-
could do it with those.
A pair of long socks.
Are you wearing long socks?
They're ankle length.
No, can't do it. I need long
we
socks.
need like knee socks.
Okay. Ben Eric,
put a golf
knee
ball over
socks?
there.
No.
Okay.
All right,
Anyway,
next
but
time.
it's gonna be a great show, and it starts at what time?
It starts at 8:00, but the reception and the silent auction are going to start much earlier. We are suggesting we have a red carpet step and repeat, so people will be arriving as early as 5:30,
Yay.
6:00,
Awesome.
and the fun will go till if we start at 8. At least 10:30.
Awesome.
And then the VIP reception after that. So it's
I
gonna be a
haven't
nice full
been to
night.
Pasadena Playhouse since I saw 12 Angry Men there with Barry Pearl.
Really?
It's been a little while.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a month or two. Yeah.
I missed
Been a while.
that.
I missed that
That
too.
was a good show. That was a really good show.
I'm so upset that I missed it. I
Yeah.
really wanted to see that.
Well, you could go there now and see Aladdin and His
I
Winter
saw it.
Wish.
This is true.
Oh, you did see
Oh,
that.
you did.
Did you like it?
I loved it. Yes.
Yeah, they're a good theater over
I
there.
love it, and I love the style it is. It's panto, which is
Mm-hmm.
a British form of theater, and I have done panto in the UK, in London, and different parts of the UK before, and I love that form of theater. And
Snow White was panto, wasn't it?
yes, it was.
Yeah.
And every time I did it over in the UK, they asked me, "Do you think American audiences would warm up to it? Do you think they would understand it?" And I said it would take the right person to bring it out to America, and the Lithgow family did, and they are the right people. So yeah, it's fantastic.
And I believe the Pasadena Playhouse has teamed up with the Lithgow for an ongoing number of years now
Yes.
to do panto there every
Once
year.
a year, yeah.
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 So it's-
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, what is if you had to pick one thing, and I know it's hard to pick, what is the most important thing for you for people to take away from the benefit at the end of the night?
Definitely the caring for your fellow man kind of message, that we're all in life together, and that nobody knows when any sort of devastating, life-changing disease could hit. No one's really immune. It affects people of all ages, from all backgrounds, of all incomes. So just that sense of community and humanity. Every 90 minutes, somebody with ALS loses their battle, and every 90 minutes, somebody else somewhere in the world is diagnosed with the disease. So it's staggering, the facts about it, and it's just that we just need to help each other and love each other and serve each other, and life isn't about us. Especially coming out of the holiday season, it's a good reminder.
And I agree with that, because with the different illnesses that's out here, along with the ones that you having this benefit for, it's ironic because I just lost an Army buddy. Well, he's in the Navy. He was in the Navy. He just lost his life from a certain type of cancer called leukemia. Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, the service is today. So during Trench Talk, we're going to have a moment of silence.
Yeah.
So yeah, it takes a community. It takes people, human beings, when these diseases attacks each other, attacks one of us, to step up and help and try to find a common goal and a way to cure these diseases, because people are losing their lives.
Absolutely.
I do think you're right, though, what you said about it, this particular disease kind of falling through the cracks. Because there are so many different causes and worthy causes, and very worthy causes. You don't hear a lot about ALS specifically. So I think it's great that you guys are doing something to raise awareness for it.
Thank you.
Yes, exactly.
I think you did a while back, and then we haven't heard as much about it now. So it's wonderful that they are doing this too.
There's a NFL football player, Steve Gleason, who has been battling it for a couple years, and I know that he, people, unless you're a sports fan, you wouldn't even really know his name, and you certainly wouldn't know his journey with it. But it is very relevant still today. You know, it's crazy. And he's been doing wonderful things with his remaining, days here in his life. He has a little boy. He's got a baby. He still tweets out and encourages other people with the disease and kind of makes himself available to people, to ask him questions about his experience with it. And so people who are affected directly are doing their part, and that's encouraging, that they're not just taking it lying down and being silent. But if it doesn't touch you personally, how would you even know about it? So we want people to know.
And if you want to find a little bit more about ALS, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but I believe a Lou Gehrig story deals with it a bit. So go check out that movie if you want to find a little bit more of his story and his battle with it.
Yeah.
We're talking with Juliana Hanson and Charlene Tilton of the Pasadena Playhouse's ALS benefit called One Starry Night on January 13th, starting at 6 p.m. If you have any questions for them, make sure to give us a call at 323-473-3100. That's 323-473-3100. Finn Eric's laughing because I finally got the phone number right.
You've recently changed locations. I think it's allowed.
Yes, and recently changed phone numbers, I might add, too.
Right.
So give us a call if you have any questions for them. If you want to find information on us, you can go to facebook.com/lalalandtalk, twitter.com/lalalandtalk. You can send us an email at lalalandtalk@gmail.com. And we're going to take a quick break and be right back with them on La La Land Talk on LA Talk Live.
This is Brett Chapin.
And this is Dorothy Dillingham Blue, inviting you to join us every Saturday at noon Pacific Standard Time for our show, La La Land Talk.
Join us as we talk with some of the top talent in LA. Artists' untold stories, your phone calls, and live on-location broadcasts have made La La Land one of the best sources in LA for everything entertainment.
So don't forget to tune in to La La Land Talk.
Exclusively on latalklive.com.
You can also catch us on iTunes Radio, R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, and now Stitcher Radio. Or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com.
Saturdays at noon Pacific Time. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/lalalandtalk, Twitter, twitter.com/lalalandtalk. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live.
And we are more than just talk. I think we've got a Shakespeare monologue or two we could do. Yeah.
Jazz hands.
Kickball change.
Good
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
I'll do some Pippin.
Ooh, yeah. Some miming. I'm in a box.
Welcome back to La La Land on LA Talk Live. I'm Brett Chapin. We're here with Juliana Hanson and Charlene Tilton, the two lovely ladies from the Pasadena Playhouse's One Starry Night benefit concert on January 13th. And Van Erke said we had a caller on the line. Hello, caller.
Hi, it's Cherish.
Hello.
Hello there.
How are you, girls?
We're good.
How are you? This
You don't know this lady,
this
do you?
lovely
This
lady happens
lady.
to be Juliana's best friend and my daughter.
Love it.
Thank you for calling in for the support, honey. How's everything going?
Absolutely. I'm so proud of you, you lovely ladies. This is very exciting, and I'm very much looking forward to January 13th.
Thank
What a wonderful
you.
cause.
Yeah, it's going to be spectacular. Thank you.
Is this Cherish Lee?
This is seriously.
Thanks for
How are
calling,
you?
Cherish. I'm good, thanks. Thanks for calling in. Is there anything that you wanted to tell our audience about the One Starry Night benefit, how you're involved with this? Or what you're doing?
Well, I'm involved as far as supporting my best friend Juliana. I'm so proud of her. We had a good friend growing up whose father actually passed away from this debilitating disease, and it was horrific watching their family go through this, and the head of their household slowly deteriorate, and it was extremely heartbreaking. So I was exposed to it at a younger age, and you know, it's that's the only person I personally knew who had dealt with this. So, for other families, it's wonderful to bring awareness to something like this and to help support these people who are going through this, because it really is, it's heartbreaking, and it takes a godly amount of strength to get through it. So I am a part of this, lending my support and prayers, and I'm excited for them and for this benefit.
Yeah.
We're glad that you are.
Yeah.
I know I did tell them that your friend Paul back in the day, and you had spent a lot of time. I know they lived in Thousand Oaks, and you had spent a lot of time at their house and watching the father, and it was quite a long battle he had, and so I know you saw it firsthand, and of course Cherish would always do anything for Juliana, be there for her and for Jonathan as well, and this exciting cause.
Well, we're really excited about the benefit. I think it's a great thing that you're all doing, and I wish you the best of luck. I can't wait to be there. I can't wait to see all these. You're having everything from contortionists to singers.
Oh, and Cherish,
Have it all.
Juliana has just added another wonderful act. It will be your mama Polynesian dancing with poi balls.
Or
Are you
sweeping.
Are you serious? All of a
Cherish,
sudden,
if I'd known about that talent earlier, I would have done it.
Cherish is like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, she actually can. She's really surprisingly good. My mom is really excellent at these
Bizarre.
like ice skating, poi balls, these things that you wouldn't think. Yes.
I wish so much, Cherish, that I had long socks on today, because your mom offered to do it if I had long socks on. But no. Cherish, can you stay with us on the line?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. We have one more caller.
I love you, sweetheart. Thanks for calling in, honey.
Hello, caller.
Hey, girls.
Stay on the line, Cherish.
Hello
caller.
there.
Hi.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Hi, my name is Dale Hansen.
Yay, Dale. Okay, that is
Also, you can call me Mr. McAfee if you prefer.
An
This is
old Bye Bye Birdie reference.
Yes, this is Juliana's dad. Hey,
My
Dale.
daddy.
my daughter and her father. I love it.
Internet radio and the
I'm
staff.
all for this thing, so I can't get the podcast, so I really don't know what's been said, but I'm going to be there. I'm supporting it, and I'm really proud of you guys.
Thank you. Yay.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Dale, are you going to do any Polynesian dancing?
I am. Why are the ladies laughing?
We've already got Charlene to agree.
I don't know.
One of my specialties.
Yes, give Dale a drink or two, and he will do it. Why not? Get him on stage.
Why, I oughta. Is that Charlene Tilton I hear in the background?
Yes,
It is.
in the background. This is the foreground, honey.
Nothing about my mother is in the background.
Oh, okay. Oh, hi, Kara. Well, anyway, this gives me a great chance to say thank you for the wonderful popcorn ball. And if I can offer my services by dancing, singing, or whatever.
In all
Just taking tickets
seriousness, though,
front.
I've got to say, Cherish and my dad are such great examples of what I was talking about with people supporting and getting behind something. I mean,
Forget supporting. I want to know about the popcorn ball. What is this?
That was
I
yours.
haven't opened it yet.
That was my generous,
but
my
I
ultra
take the thank you
generous.
card and
it was
thank you
from
in person,
Bloomingdale's.
Charlene
It was a
Church.
good one.
Whoa.
It was my
One person
generous
at a
Christmas
time.
gift to Dale Hansen. It was a popcorn ball with dark chocolate covered with peppermint, with candy canes. It was from Bloomingdale's, and it was just the silliest little gift, but it,
Then Eric, I've lost control of the show completely.
Yeah, let's get back to Juliana's speech. Can we
I don't
report
know.
Juliana's speech?
our engineer just walked out of the room, so the inmates are running the asylum. Yay!
He's waving the white flag, I think, or something over there.
I'll behave if they will.
Oh my God, how
So-
boring.
So you guys, this ALS benefit concert, it's January 13th. It's at the Pasadena Playhouse.
Yes.
Where's the best place for people to go to get tickets, Juliana?
Oh, go there. You can find them on my Twitter account and Jonathan White's Twitter accounts. Mine is at Juliana Hansen or at Past Playhouse. If you go to the Pasadena Playhouse website, there is a very easy to find direct link to purchasing tickets. So that is the most concise, direct way.
And there are different
Excellent.
price points from
And
$20
different price
to
points from $20 to $150. So depending on how involved you want to be the night of and how close you want to sit.
How many? That sounds great.
Yeah,
Now, is
it's
there a way-
affordable for
Wait,
everyone.
How many people can we take on the line at once, Finn Eric? Can we take another one?
I believe we can take another one.
Okay.
I have
we'll
a
get to this
question.
call.
Wait, you want me to hang up?
No, stay on the line, Dale.
I have a-
It's a party line.
It's
I
a
have
party
a
line.
question.
Hold on 1 second, Charlene.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Hi, it's Cherish. I called.
Oh, okay. Cherish calling back.
All right, Josh, I know you probably have
okay.
things to do. If you need to go, you can do whatever you have to do, sweetie.
Okay, what did Juliana say about Dale and I?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah,
We don't care about you and Dale.
What was your question, Charlene?
Oh, my question was:
Say something nice about Cherish.
is there somewhere that if people cannot make the benefit, if they're out of the state or something, that they can call and make a donation?
That's a wonderful question. You know, what we're asking is if you physically cannot be there the night of the show, buy tickets for a neighbor or a friend. Treat somebody that you know and love to something really fantastic and special.
Okay.
Because the best way really to give back is to buy tickets and support the cause and the event.
Okay.
The ALS Association, the Golden West chapter, they also, I'm sure, would be pleased to receive, a donation, but we really are focused on selling tickets
Okay.
and putting people in those seats, and that I think best serves the event and the organization, and everybody's happy. So I'm buying a whole slew of tickets to pass out to people that I know who would never be able to afford to come, but who are really eager to be there to lend their support. So
What a great show! The genius Richard Sherman going to be there. Melora Hardin from The Office.
Yes.
All these wonderful top Broadway performers, and like she said, the magicians and the variety acts. It's going to be an amazing event.
And Richard Sherman, I mean, he is a living legend. This
Yes, he
man
is.
has won 2 Oscars. He's written scores to so many wonderful Disney classic films. Jungle Book is about to come to Broadway again. He wrote the music to that, so everything old is new again.
My
Mary Poppins. He is going to sit on stage, center stage, with the spotlight on him, and play Supercalifragilistic and sing. I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see something like that. That alone is worth the ticket price.
Absolutely.
Let alone the fact that you're doing something to, benefit such an important cause.
And there are some surprise guests I know that we're waiting for. You're waiting for
Yes.
final confirmation on.
Final
that-
confirmation, so we can't reveal those at the moment, but we do have a couple other really, really fantastic guests
Yes.
that are, planning to be there. So
Yeah.
I just coughed the name,
Not-
so if you
not
listen
Johnny
really
V.
closely.
Rewind and slow down, and you may hear a name in there.
Yeah.
Backwards masking here. No.
No, none of that. Cherish and Dale, thank you so much for calling in.
We love you guys. Thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
We love you.
Love you guys.
Thank
Thanks.
you so much.
Thank you guys. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
God bless you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Dale Hansen and Cherish Lee.
Performers in their own right.
Yes,
Very
they are.
Cherish is an
excellent
incredible
performers.
singer-songwriter. And,
Didn't you do a project with Cherish?
I did
too?
a million years ago. We
Yeah.
never really pursued it. We did it for fun, sort of. But we
Mm-hmm.
had a little duo going on. We wrote some songs and recorded them. And Cherish has gone on to do so much on her own. She's amazing.
And
Absolutely.
they've done a lot of musical theater shows together.
We had
from
all the way back in junior
junior
high
high
and
school.
high school. She was my Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz.
she was
Oh, love
Dorothy
it.
and Cherish was they did many musicals together.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Kim, Cherish was Kim in Bye Bye Birdie, and I played one of the girls that sang One Boy with her. And
Mm-hmm.
we've always supported each other.
Musical
Performed
theater people,
together.
always the support never ends.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And we've done some work together.
And we have.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, what did you guys do together?
Well, let's see. I was 12, so that was 10 years ago. No, we did The Secret Garden at the Laguna Playhouse together,
Oh my
didn't
Yes, we
gosh.
did.
I played Mary Lennox.
I remember when
Uh-huh.
you did
And
that.
You were a teenager, weren't you?
I was 17.
You
yeah.
were 17.
Crazy.
Very
you
young
you
for
actually
that
win the
age.
prize of the guest on the show that I've known the longest, I think.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Very cool.
What
That
were
was a
you in
great
the Secret
experience.
Garden?
It
You were
was.
I was Timothy and Major Shelley.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun. And I learned, I don't know about you, I learned so much working
Oh.
on that show with all the older
All the
people
pros.
and all the pros.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Awesome.
I
It's a lot
idolized
of
the
fun.
woman who played Lily, Maudie Robbins. I don't know if you remember her.
Yeah, she was
She's
amazing.
just the most glorious voice you've ever heard on a person.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like Julie Andrews. She's perfect.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I was in heaven doing that show. So magical.
Now you could play Lily.
Well,
Now
I would like
at
to.
the
I
right
hope
age.
that I could come back to it someday.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would love it.
I wonder what Marty's doing now
I
these
don't
days.
know. I've thought about her often, but we lost touch a while ago.
You know who I? This is all just like catching up on
Yeah,
the air.
yeah.
But I speak to Christopher Carruthers sometimes.
I
and
see
Jennifer
Christopher
Shelton.
quite a lot. Christopher Carruthers, his father is A.J. Carruthers, who wrote a lot of screenplays for Disney.
Oh, wow.
And there's a connection there to the Sherman Brothers. Actually, they've known Christopher since he was born. So I assume that Christopher and Danielle will be at the benefit, supporting and seeing Richard. And
Very cool.
Yeah.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
It
It actually
will
has
be.
a hashtag too, One Starry Night.
oh
on
yeah, hashtag like crazy, please.
Twitter, for sure. So beyond, and we'll get back to talking about the benefit.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I wanted to talk with you both about what you have going on personally in your careers. Charlene, your IMDb page reads like a phone book. You've worked so much. Let me just run the list here real quick. We've got Dallas, of course, and the new Dallas, The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, Happy Days, Knots Landing. You're working on or you just finished working on a movie for Lifetime, is that right?
I just did a movie for Lifetime called The Michaels, and I play a lady who owns a nail salon who is a clairvoyant matchmaker. And it's really adorable. It's a darling, wonderful, wonderful movie. And then I did a movie for the Hallmark Channel called Lucky Dog, and I play the owner of a doggy daycare. And I loved doing that because I got to film literally with 50 dogs at a time and having them all around me from 150-pound St. Bernard to the tiniest Chihuahua and everything in between. And I had to control them. It was. I had a blast with it. I loved it. They were phenomenal.
So that whole thing, don't work with children or animals. That's not true. They're easy to work with.
Well, you have to be the right. Juliana knows. My daughter and I happen to be animal people. My daughter would rescue every animal on the planet if she could, and bring them into our house. So I just happen to have that sensibility to love animals and dogs. So that was good, and
Excellent.
I loved it. And the new Dallas I just finished. So
You're a good choice for that role.
Yes.
You love dogs and you're
Yes.
working around dogs.
yes.
The new Dallas, we have the Michaels, Lucky Dog, and yeah.
And I'm working on the Tammy Faye Baker story as a one-woman show now.
That was the other one.
Yes.
That's an interesting choice for a show.
Yes.
I like it.
Thank you. Yes,
When-
she gave me
when-
the rights before she passed away. It's a phenomenal story, and we start from when she was a child and living in a house with her siblings with no indoor bathroom, and just knowing from the time she was 10 years old her calling to be to preach the word of God, and starting with her husband Jim Baker doing puppet shows in church basements for kids, and then helping to start the 700 Club with Pat Robertson, and there was a big falling out there, and then helped starting the TBN network with Paul and Jan Crouch, and there was a falling out there, so Jim and Tammy Baker went and started the PTL Club, their own network, and created Heritage USA, which was a Christian Disneyland, and she went from absolutely nothing to creating a multi-billion-dollar empire with her husband, and then losing it all, and then God restored her back, and then she passed away of cancer. But it's a fascinating story. But I tell you what, that woman loved people. She really did. She was a phenomenal person, and back in the 80s, she was the first celebrity, not only celebrity, but Christian person to go in to hospices and reach out to and physically take care of AIDS patients. And that was at the time when you didn't know how AIDS was spread. Do you remember when Linda Evans kissed Rock Hudson on Dynasty, and they didn't know how it was going to spread? It was a big brouhaha, and oh my God, is Linda Evans going to die? Is what's going to happen? Well, Tammy Faye Baker was in there before Elton John, Sharon Stone, everyone. She was in the trenches with these people, and where a lot of Christians were saying it's the scourge of hell, you're going to hell. She said, no, God loves you, and she's right. And so she's a remarkable woman.
And you got a chance to work with an actor that I admire very much, Mr. John Ritter.
Yes.
You were telling us a fun story before the interview started about, well, I'll let you tell it.
Problem Child 2. I loved doing that movie. That was so much fun. And, of course, John Ritter, one of the greatest comedians ever, and especially physical comedians. And in the first scene I had in the movie with him, I had to be sipping a glass of champagne, and then my husband comes and surprises me while I'm on a date with John Ritter, and I have to be sipping my champagne and do a spit take where you spit, and it had to go all over John Ritter. So he taught me how to do a real true comedic spit take, and he was very gracious, very gracious.
Love it.
Yeah.
What an actor I mean, if you're going to learn to do a spit take and to learn it from John Ritter.
Yeah, and having to spit all over John Ritter.
Yeah. And I'll bet he was good natured about it.
He was fabulous. He says, more, take a big sip, go for it. And I'm like, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. He was
cool
awesome.
guy. And Juliana, how about you? What are you doing these days with your?
Doing?
Let's talk about your album with Kritzerland.
Yes, I recently debuted a new solo album. It's called Juliana Hansen Live, and it is my cabaret debut at the Federal. Sterling's upstairs at the Federal.
I was there. I saw it. Let me tell you, standing ovation like you've never seen before. It was truly an amazing show. She went through the story of her life, and in song and narration. It was just one of the best cabaret shows I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of cabaret shows. This was amazing.
I love listening to Juliana sing.
Yeah.
I really
Thank
do.
you. Thank you so much. Well, yeah, the album is just exactly what I did on the stage that night. So it also has the energy of what the show was and the audience reaction, and it makes it very exciting to listen to. If you hate the talking, you can hit next and just hear all the songs. But the talking's on there too, and I'm proud to say we only punched one thing, and it was because I got tongue-tied, as I often do. And one line in one of the patter songs that I did kind of came out as garble. So we punched in literally about 4 words, and that is it. Everything else you hear was what I did that night, and it's in tune, and it's awesome, and it's so much fun. So I'm proud of it. I'm really proud of it.
I love those live albums. I love the talking in between because you do get the energy.
You do, and there were surprises. You know, it was the first time I ever did that show, and I've done it since, and I'll be doing it again at the Rockwell on March 16th, Rockwell Table and Stage. But, you know, you are surprised doing it your first time because you don't know how the audience will react to certain things. And so it was really fun to get it up on its feet in front of a live audience. And have to kind of think on my toes and kind of roll with whatever they gave me. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm
that
sure it was
album's
great.
available through my website, which is julianahanson.com. It's on Kritzerland Records, which is also available through kritzerland.com.
KRITZERLAND.
That's right, produced by the wonderful Bruce Kimmel, who has done hundreds of Broadway cast albums and solo albums
Absolutely.
for Broadway performers.
Who we need to get on this show as well.
Yeah,
He would
you
be a
should
great
get
guest.
Bruce. He's got all sorts of stories.
Love to
He's
have Bruce.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you're doing the ALS benefit. You've got your album coming out. You've got a couple of films in the works. What would you say is the most important, if you could give advice to an actor coming to LA to pursue this as an actor, as a musical artist? If you could give them a word of advice, what would it be? Either one of you.
Well, I've got a couple words.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, tenacity, not giving up, because if it's your dream, then it's been placed in your heart for a reason, and that purpose that, you know, you've been given these gifts for it's gonna reveal itself as you forge forward. So, you know, not being discouraged and staying positive and believing in yourself. But also coming here with a good sense of who you are, because there are people who will want to tell you who you are. There are people who want to sway you away from who you are and turn you into who they want you to be. But really nobody can do you like you can. So be the best, most authentic you, and don't lose sight of that.
I agree. It's about staying. It sounds cliche, but it is about
It
staying
does
true
sound
to yourself.
cliche. It's so cheesy.
You know, you really do though,
Yeah.
because you can be swayed in a lot of different directions. Some good for your career, some maybe not so good. So you know, staying true to who you are, whatever that
Well,
might be.
because at the end of the day, it's all a gamble, you know? So you may as well, win or lose, you may as well be true to yourself, you know, and not compromise.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
If I had listened to people at the beginning of this may have been a political show. Like, I mean, you
Yeah.
got to stay true to yourself. I
Yeah.
think.
And there's a place for it. There really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about for you, Charlene? Would you give any actors advice?
Well, everything Juliana said, absolutely, I agree with. And to add on to it, I think one of the things that helps you stay true to yourself is to be protective who you allow in your inner circle and around you. As I get older, I realize your only commodity really is time and health, and you have to be, you have to protect those things so vigilantly. And it's difficult at your young age, but as I'm older, I realize now how many, you wake up and how many seconds do you have in that day, how many minutes, and what are you going to do in that? And you have to, you can't let a lot of negative naysayers, people that want to drain you in your inner circle, you really can't. And it's taken me a long time to learn that. And people such as Juliana, yourself, or myself, that and Van Eric over there, who want to help people and all that. Sometimes you kind of do it in the name of help. You think you're helping somebody, but then not really. So you just have to. You can't listen to negativity. You just can't have people speak negative words into your life and about you and about your situation.
When I first started out in acting, I think I felt like I could be nice to everybody, and that that would be okay. And as long as I was nice to everybody, then everybody would get along. But I find there's certain, and not to sound negative, but there's certain people that just can't handle that, and can't you can't always devote 100% of your energy to those people.
But there's a difference. You can be nice to everybody. You can be nice
Polite,
and pleasant,
respectful.
and love and just see them the way that God sees them. But when it's but you have to protect your inner circle, and your inner circle is honestly very small. It's not 50 people. Cherish has her friends, Juliana and so. It's a small circle of people that are going to speak life and blessing and encouragement to you, and that's your small inner circle. And then you have a wider outer circle with other people, but not everybody comes into that where you share your innermost and where you let people speak into your spirit and your soul.
Maybe not so much being nice to everybody, but maybe putting your energy into,
Yes,
into
that's what I
I
everybody.
think that's absolutely
more-
right.
It's the energy, yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
necessary to make everybody your friend or have everybody like you. If there's somebody that is, not on the same page or has a negative energy, and you don't keep banging your head against a wall trying to make them, change.
Right.
You recognize it and you are still polite and you're still nice, but you distance yourself. You don't go out of your way. It's less energy, more energy in the right places,
Mm-hmm.
less energy elsewhere, and kind of.
Because no
Yeah.
matter what you do, there's always going to be people that aren't supportive. It's just the bottom line.
Absolutely.
You can't please everybody,
And
you
it's
can't-
about them, not you. You
Right,
know,
right.
It's stuff that they're dealing with and going through.
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
about remaining true to yourself, and no matter what they think.
Yeah.
It's very
Most
important.
I also think that in this day of instant celebrity, whether it comes to reality shows or bad behavior or outrageous things, I firmly, and I believe this, I believe that cream rises to the top, and it is about the talent, and it is about the hard work. When I was 17, when I started Dallas, let me tell you, the whole time I was on Dallas, I was doing equity waiver plays at 99-seat theaters. I was studying with Stella Adler. I was studying with Daryl Hickman. I was working with the Lee Strasberg Institute out here. I was working so hard to get better as an actress and what I want to do and hone my craft. And it is about, honestly, it is about that. It really is. That's what lasts. It is. I think
Absolutely.
it's all this other nonsense is out there nonsense, and you can make money and you can become famous, but not where it really counts.
Definitely. I know our viewers are going to be interested in this question. Can you tell us about how you got cast in Dallas, the original Dallas? You were, of course, Lucy Ewing on there for many, many years. Can you tell us your casting
11 and a-
story?
11 and a half years. Well, like Juliana just said, tenacity. And what I lacked in some talent, I definitely made up with tenacity. I read in Dramalog, which is now Backstage West, that they were casting Dallas. And Barbara Miller was the casting director. She went on to cast Friends and she was amazing, an amazing woman, very talented.
Miller Boyette Productions?
Yes.
Same one?
No. She was Barbara Miller. She was
Barbara
the
Miller.
casting director. But she had put me in several other shows, 8 is Enough and different things. So I said to my agent, please tell her to bring me in. No, Charlene's not right. No, we need to see somebody with more experience. No. So I read in Dramalog where they're casting Dallas. I read the description of Lucy Ewing, and I said, that's my part. I am not letting anybody else get this. This is for me. And I snuck into the studio every day at Warner Brothers for 2 weeks. Do not do this now. The security is all locked.
Security.
That was a long time ago, so don't try this now. But I snuck in every day. If a truck was driving by or a car, and I went to her office and said, please, can I just let me read? Just let me read. Honestly, I can do it. They said, no. Finally, one day they said, all right, come back tomorrow. And honestly, it was only to get rid of me. They had screen tests already set up with other people. And I said, can I have a script or sides to work on? They said, no, just show up tomorrow at 5. So the next day, I went to their office while they were at lunch, snuck into the studio, snuck into their office, and went through the desk and stole the script. Because I needed to see, and then I stole the script, and then I went and worked with my acting coach, Jeff Corey, and went and showed up at 4:30 for my 5 o'clock audition, and I ended up getting the part. But it was one of those things I knew. I read between the lines the description of the character, and it said manipulative little sex pot, born with a silver spoon in her mouth, has everything money can buy. But I just knew from the description of the show that she was a lost soul, desperately needing to be loved and wasn't getting it. And so anyway, I read between the lines, and I said, I know this character. I know what really makes this character tick. And it's not about the money and all that. So
I love it. I love that that's how you got
fantastic.
cast. Talk about tenacity.
Yeah.
Did you ever
That's
return
great.
the stolen script, or
No, I didn't.
do you sneak it back in, or was
No,
it?
I didn't. No.
That's very cool. And look at 11 and a half years of work just out of that.
Amazing.
Yeah. And
It's great.
yeah, it was an amazing opportunity.
We had Patrick Duffy's son, Phaedric Duffy.
Oh,
on
I love
recently.
Pedrick. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome guy.
Isn't he amazing? What a talent he is.
Yes, he does fantastic work at Sacred Fools Theater.
He really does. He's so talented. Too bad his father is just not good looking or talented either.
I
But
have the
no.
biggest crush on Bobby Ewing.
I know. I gotta tell
All
you.
the ladies did.
Yeah.
My mom, my sister, they all loved him.
Well, you know what's funny? I tell Patrick now every time, and I see him. It's, oh my gosh! I just saw him in Dallas filming, and I said, when I was young and 17, we were on the show. All the women used to say, "Oh my gosh, Patrick Duffy, he's so gorgeous." I go, "Really, really?" And I'm like, I didn't appreciate it then, and I say to him now, I go, "Damn, you were good looking," and he has aged well. He looks amazing. He's
It
fantastic.
does.
Yeah.
Can you talk about working with Larry Hagman? Tell us
Larry
about,
was
what was he like?
Larry was amazing. He was a true force of nature. I've never met anybody or ever will. He was the son of Mary Martin, of course, the original Peter Pan, South Pacific, the original Maria von Trapp on Broadway. And he just loved life and experience and just sucked everything out of every day of life that you can imagine. He loved life. He loved people. People from all different walks of life. The stranger, the crazier, the better. His house was always filled with, whether it was bikers from the Hells Angels or a Rothschild or the Queen of England. I mean, seriously, he would always have just this eclectic group of people around him. And he was one of the most amazing actors ever on the planet, for real.
I've never heard anybody say a single bad word about the guy.
No.
Honestly, everybody has nice things to say.
Yeah, he was just a force of nature. I learned a lot from him. My daughter learned a lot from him, and I will never forget my daughter. I think like at 4 years old, sitting on Mary Martin's lap, singing "I Won't Grow Up" and I'm like, and of course it's something Cherish doesn't remember, but I'm like, something I will never forget. You know,
bet.
and
Wow.
yeah.
Fun.
Yeah,
What
and
a great guy.
Cherish, Larry loved Cherish. Just was so great with her. So, yeah.
Now I kind of wish she was still with us to tell us a story or two.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
You know,
We'll have to have her
Come-
as a
yeah,
guest.
she'll have to come as a guest.
Very cool. She can play
Yeah.
some music if she
Totally.
wants.
She'd love it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking with Juliana Hanson and Charlene Tilton of the Pasadena Playhouse's ALS event, One Starry Night, on January 13th, starting at 5:36 p.m., somewhere
Yeah.
around there.
The festivities begin early.
Awesome.
Showtime's at 8.
Come for the red carpet, come for the silent auction, come for the
Yes.
show.
I do have a question for Juliana.
Yeah.
Yes.
In all seriousness, what am I doing? Am I sweeping the floors? What am I
You
doing?
were presenting.
Yay!
You're presenting some acts.
Yay! Oh, goody.
Probably saying a few words about ALS.
Yay! Awesome. I can't wait. I
Very
can't-
You get
cool.
to be all dolled up in a beautiful gown and
Oh!
walk on stage and
Yes. Oh,
Yep.
honey, take a look at this. You will not recognize me that night. I will bring out the lashes, the bump it, the hair will
and
be
then
big.
as soon as we're done, you're going to strike the set. You good at that?
Or as an option, you can do some Polynesian dance.
Yes.
It's one or the other.
Bring your poi balls.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because there's so many amazing acts. I will be so starstruck that night
I
myself.
forgot to say Rex Smith.
Hello.
Who
Oh.
knows and loves Rex Smith from Pirates of Penzance? And he had
Hello.
that hit song on the radio. Oh gosh. Oh, it was such a good one.
I know the
like
name.
Everlasting Love or something. He had a hit of.
Yeah.
It was some. I think it might have been.
I love her.
We've got.
Such a Rex
Yeah, I
Smith
love
fan.
Rex Smith. James Barber, Broadway star.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be cool.
I'm going to be so starstruck.
It's gonna be real cool.
Be awesome. Richard Sherman, Bruce Valanche, Barry Pearl, James Barber, Juliana Hanson.
She will be singing as well.
Will
We'll
be.
be
I have a
singing.
very
What are you
special
singing?
treat.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What are you singing?
Well, I'm
you
singing
can't tell
"Gimme
us.
Gimme," which I did on the first national tour of Thoroughly Modern Millie. But yeah, there's a surprise,
Okay.
and it's with our special honored guest, Richard Sherman.
I know what it is, and I can't wait. That's my favorite song. Oh, my gosh.
It's gonna be.
It's going to
awesome.
be a doozy. Yay. I know what it is. I can't tell them.
Go for it.
Well, I'll give them a hint. If you're hungry, you need to. Is it
I know it.
And tweet, tweet, tweet. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Hungry birds feed the birds.
You heard it here first. On
Yay.
La La Land Talk.
Yes.
I love that song.
All our secrets are revealed.
Yes.
And you just recorded that with Richard recently,
I
didn't
did.
you?
Well, I've recorded several things with Richard recently. That, yes, and I might be doing it again with the London Symphony. Our musical director, Richard Allen, who is musical directing One Starry Night, just got back from doing an entire Sherman Brothers album with the London Symphony, and there's a very good chance that I'll be going back in the studio for that. So,
do you have to go to London?
No, it would be done here. Everything's been finished over there. I wish they were in Abbey Road Studios. That would be pretty cool. But the stuff on iTunes, there's a song called Neverland that was taken from old lyrics scribbled in a Peter Pan archive that Disney came across. And they approached Richard and said, hey, would you write a melody to this? And I got to sing that with him for the first time that anybody's ever heard the song, and that was pretty awesome.
People can find information. They can find that on iTunes.
Mm-hmm, yeah, it's pretty neat.
Cool. Juliana Hanson and Charlene Tilton, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so proud of her.
I'm so proud of her.
A lot of love going around there.
There is. There's so much love.
You can find information on Juliana at julianahanson.com or on her Facebook fan page, which is Real Juliana Hanson.
That's right.
You can find information on Charlene pretty much everywhere.
America's Most Wanted.
Anywhere.
IMDb.
The wall of your post office.
IMDb.
For a good time call.
IMDb, Wikipedia.
My Facebook fan page.
Facebook fan page.
Charlene Tilton fan page.
Her Twitter, Real Charlene.
Which I will promise I will start paying attention to after the first of the year.
Yes.
New Year's resolution.
Yes.
And you can find information about the ALS benefit on the Pasadena Playhouse's website.
Absolutely.
You can find it on kenwerther.com.
Yes. Or the Pasadena Playhouse at Past Playhouse Twitter feed.
Or at #OneStarryNight.
Absolutely.
So there's no excuse. Get there, buy
Be
your
there.
tickets, and we'll see you there, and we'll have a great time.
Come hang out with us at the VIP reception.
Yay.
January 13th at the Pasadena Playhouse. Next week on the show, we're going to be talking with and having a live performance by the amazing Mike Peralta, who's joined us before as a singer-songwriter. He's real engaged with his fans, and we love him here. So Dorothy will be back then next week. Thank you so much, Van Eric, for
You're welcome.
Thank you,
kind of
Van
sitting
Eric.
in
Thank
for
you,
her.
Van Eric.
Again, you can find information about us at facebook.com/LaLaLandTalk, Twitter, twitter.com/LaLaLandTalk. You can always send us an email at lalalandtalk@gmail.com. And we will see you next Saturday at noon on La La Land with Brett Chapin and Dorothy Dillingham Blue on LA Talk Live. We'll see you at the top.